Aretha Franklin had a decades-long career that earned her the title Queen of Soul. Her influence was established in songs that fully displayed the power women, like herself included, so often had to hide. But lyrics to one of her first big hits may have hit closer to home than many realized. In her song, I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, she sang the words, quote, I don't know why I let you do these things to me. My friends keep telling me that you ain't no good, but they don't know that I'd leave you if I could, end quote. At the time of its release in 1967, Aretha Franklin was married to her first husband, Ted White, who also became her manager. She rarely talked about their marriage, which began when she was 19 and he was 30. But a 1968 magazine story that alluded to physical abuse in their relationship led to her closing herself to major media interviews altogether. Even though Aretha wouldn't talk about the abuse in her marriage, many close to her have hinted that this period of the Queen of Soul's life may have been one where she struggled with getting her own respect. Let's get into it. But first, if you like these videos about your favorite and most scandalous celebrities from yesteryear that make the Ty Said What Ty Said channel a time capsule for the culture, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can know every time that I upload one of these videos or every time that I live stream, and comment I subscribed in the comment section so that I can say hello to you. Now, on to why you are here. Aretha Franklin's inner circle was skeptical of Ted White from the start. Shortly after releasing her first album in 1961, Aretha met Ted White at a Detroit club called 20 Grand. They were properly introduced by jazz singer Della Reese. In her memoir, From These Roots, Aretha wrote that her sister Irma knew Ted White and, quote, she also told me he considered me among the most beautiful women in the world, end quote. Yes, her sister and some others in her inner circle knew him, but that didn't mean that they liked him. Aretha Franklin's father, quote, knew Ted was something of a shady character and thought the association would hurt Aretha, end quote. Motown producer Harvey Fuqua had harsher words. He told David Ritz, the biographer of Respect, The Life of Aretha Franklin, quote, anyone who didn't see Ted White as a straight-up pimp had to be deaf, dumb, and blind. It took someone that slick to get a great talent like Aretha in his stable, end quote. Aretha Franklin always had strong support from her family. Even when she had given birth to 2 children before she turned 15, her father, Reverend C.L. Franklin, supported her. But when it came to this relationship with Ted White, her father did not support it at all. Reverend Franklin's deacon, Willie Todd, told Vanity Fair, quote, Reverend Franklin couldn't stand Ted, end quote. Despite her father's well-documented disapproval, the couple got married only 6 months after meeting in 1961, again while she was 19 and he was reportedly 30. While Aretha Franklin herself never spoke directly on the dark side of their marriage, an early sign of trouble emerged in a 1968 Time story that read that Ted White had, quote, roughed her up in public at Atlanta's Regency Hyatt House Hotel, end quote. While there weren't further details of that particular incident, the same article did go on to say that, quote, it was not the first such incident, end quote. That article attempted to dress up Ted White as best as it could have by labeling him as a, quote, former dabbler in Detroit real estate and a street corner wheeler dealer who had come a long way since he married Aretha and took over the management of her career, end quote. With all of that, it still sounds like a shady person is being described. Friend of Aretha and Queen of Gospel, Mahalia Jackson, even commented on the Queen of Soul's relationship in that article and said, quote, I don't think she's happy. Somebody else is making her sing the blues, end quote. Over the years, other people in Aretha's professional circle have backed up the Time allegations. Pianist Teddy Harris said, quote, Aretha is the kind of girl, you've got to love her hard. She requires a lot of attention, and she didn't get that from Ted. Ted was into something else. He was kind of abusive." End quote. Fellow soul singer Etta James attested to these claims, comparing Aretha and Ted White's relationship to that of Ike and Tina Turner, according to Oprah Daily. Aretha seemed to cope by bottling things up and hitting the bottle. You will likely find only a few quotes from Aretha Franklin that are merely indirect hints on how bad her marriage to Ted White was. But her sister, Carolyn, seemed to think that Aretha's abusive marriage drove her to drinking. In the biography by David Ritz, she told him, quote, "She was drinking so much, we thought she was on the verge of a breakdown." End quote. There were also a couple of incidents that made the headlines during that period, including when Aretha received a reckless driving charge in Detroit for running 2 cars off of a road in 1968, as well as when she was charged with disorderly conduct for allegedly trying to hit 2 police officers after a traffic violation in Michigan. According to David Ritz, Ted White was known for leaving Aretha Franklin with, quote, "visible bruises." He also pulled this quote from the New York Times about Aretha Franklin's relationship with Ted White. Quote, "Ugly physical fights were not unusual between White and Franklin." End quote. Some people believe that it appears that this professional photo taken of Aretha Franklin clearly shows that she has been abused. Facial swelling has been pointed out by some. People have said that she appears to have a black, swollen eye in this photo. It is also said that her lip appears to be swollen. Is that what you see in this picture? Let me know in the comments. Seeing as Ted White was a big part of Aretha Franklin's early career, it shouldn't come as a surprise that he is depicted in the latest Aretha Franklin biopic, Respect. Moment of full transparency here. I have not seen the film, nor do I plan on watching it. So what I'm saying about what will or will not happen in the film is coming directly from my sources. Ted White is played by actor Marlon Wayans. Though viewers will get to see the jealous and controlling side of Ted White in the film, Marlon Wayans revealed that the biopic doesn't paint Aretha Franklin's ex-husband as a monster. This is what he told Independent UK, quote, "I hope Ted White sees the movie and is pleased by the way we handled his character, because we could have painted him as a monster." End quote. Wayans added that Ted White's, quote, "insecurities and his jealousy steps in, and there goes the little boy attacking his woman because he just couldn't handle it. So I think you just give them layers and approach it with a delicate touch." End quote. I always find it odd when abusers are handled delicately. I understand what Marlon is saying, but Ted White wasn't a little boy attacking his woman. He was a grown man attacking his woman. I find it to be all the more odd that Ted White's character is being protected in this case because there's no particular reason that Aretha Franklin's abuser needs to be seen in a less negative light, especially in a film that is highlighting her life and not his. I find it just as odd that Marlon Wayans, or anyone for that matter, hopes that Aretha's abuser is pleased by the way that he is portrayed. I actually find it to be a little disgusting. Who cares what an abuser thinks about how he was portrayed in a movie? Why does anyone care that his story is handled delicately? He didn't handle his wife delicately. And just for the record, when Aretha Franklin passed away, it didn't take long for her ex-husband to come sniffing around for some money from her estate. My sources for this video are People magazine, Time, Respect, The Life of Aretha Franklin, New York Times, Biography, From These Roots, Detroit Free Press, Our Detroit, Vanity Fair, and Independent UK. If you want text notifications so that you can get a text 15 minutes before I release a video or 15 minutes before I live stream, simply send a text to 786-632-2135 to let me know that you want text, and you will get an outgoing text message 15 minutes before I have a new video release. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ty Said What Ty Said channel. Please leave a thumbs up and comment so that we can get a discussion going. And share this video on all of your social media, especially your Facebook. That really helps me out a lot. And subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can know when my next video is ready for you. And if you don't like what I'm saying, but you love it, feel free to hit that applaud button just below your video screen there and send me some
donations.
Yeah, baby. See you on the next video.